Wide Angle Conversations, DEI Talks, an initiative of Life by Design with Taruna Agarwal. Raising awareness about the importance of diversity and inclusion and bringing to you insights and best practices from DEI advocates and champions.
Hi, welcome to Wide Angle Conversations, DEI Talks. I'm your host, Taruna Agarwal, and I'm in conversation with Michelle Hunt, the Chill Mom, a social media influencer working towards empowering women entrepreneurs. She is the founder of MomBoss Academy. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, hi Taruna. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome to the Wide Angle Conversations, Michelle. I've kind of have been looking at your social media and your Instagram, and I'm really impressed with that and the work that you do. Tell us a little bit about the MomBoss Academy and how it all came about.
All right, so at MomBoss Academy, we help women start and grow their business. So we have two programs. One, we help women who have not started a business to launch their business, and then we have another program where we take women who have started a business and have not reached that visibility that they deserve, to take them to 8,000 a month, 10,000 a month, at least to reach to at least a six-figure business that they can build from home. 9 years ago, I would not have imagined this is what I'll be doing. So the truth is, I gave up my business to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm originally from Malaysia. My husband is from Australia. We live in Singapore. And, when my first baby arrived, I was torn between, do I still continue my soup and salad bar business at that point, and then, have sent my baby to a baby care center, or do I stay at home and look after her? And given that we don't have any support and I do want to spend a lot more time with my children, I decided I'm just going to give up my business. I'm going to stay at home, right? But then 6 months into the stay-at-home mom gig, I realized that this is not for me. I love my children. I could not just wake up without a sense of purpose and building something of my own. So I was just really looking for what can I do from home, right? I don't want to rely on my husband financially 100%. I don't want to ask him for every little pocket money to buy my own things. And I also don't want to dip into my own savings account because it's just going lower and lower. So I'm like, okay, what can I do, right? That I can do alongside my baby at home. And at that point, this is back in 2013, where people were still reading blogs. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start a blog. And when I did that, my husband was like, you writing a blog? Like, when was the last time you wrote anything? And I'm like, high school maybe, but I'm gonna make it work, right? So the only mindset I had at the point was like, I want to do something. I don't care how much I'm earning, at least something that makes me feel like is fulfilling and I could earn some sort of pocket money. That's all I wanted. And so long story short, I got into the whole blogging business and I wanted to take my business, once you got into it, it's like, I want to continue growing this. And so I turned my blog into a maternity concierge business where I help expecting parents plan the arrival of their baby. Essentially, what I was doing is I was still sharing the same knowledge that I was in my blog, but right now I'm doing it as a consultant. And because of that, my business grew. I wrote a book about that, and then all the brands are saying that, this mommy blogger is slightly different from other mommy bloggers, that she owns a consultancy. And so from there it grew, and then my followers are like, so wow, I follow you since you were a stay-at-home mom and now you're this. How did you do that? So I started consulting other moms who wanted to start their business in 2018. And because of consulting, as you know, it takes out a lot of my time and I could not really scale myself. So in 2020, I launched our first online program inside MomBoss Academy so that it could help more people at a more affordable price that everyone could afford as well.
Right. Wonderful. And you know what you just shared with me is, I think, the story of all of us. What makes an empowered woman?
What makes an empowered woman? I think an empowered woman is someone who is able to go after what she wants to do, right? I mean, really, an empowered woman is not someone who's living by the society expectation of her and just really just go after what you believe you should be doing. I mean, there's a lot of people who, look at me, look at you and feel like, oh my God, I should be doing all the things, right? I should have a business, I should be at home with my child. But if that's not what you stand for, if that's not what you believe in, you think that you are best as a stay-at-home mom because that's your best self, right? Then go do that. Don't do something or become something because of what you think people expect of you. An empowered person lives true by themselves and just really, stay by that self-integrity, I think.
I think you said it. You really have to be your authentic self. Really, what you believe in, that's what you follow. That's what makes you empowered. What you need to do, just go for it.
Exactly. Yeah, you're empowered by yourself and not anyone else.
Don't measure yourself by the standards that society sets up for us. Follow that.
No way you could measure up to that because there's so many conflicting ideas throwing out this, and that's why you get people kind of like just go for that shiny object syndrome, right? Oh my God, like this is good, and then they want to do this, and then they see someone else doing something else, and then they jump ship, and they never amount to much because they never stay in their own self-truth.
Every individual, every woman is different. We have our own individual strengths. But what is the one thing that all of us women need to let go of to really be empowered and truly be authentic to ourselves?
Okay, so I think for this, I will not speak for all women. I will probably just speak for moms because that's who I am and that's who I can speak for. And I work with moms all the time, right? And I think what we need to let go of is this set mentality that has been, passed down to us, especially Asian women, that we need to put our kids first. So that's something that we need to let go. It's not putting your kids first. Put yourself first, because if you don't put yourself first, how are you going to raise the next generation who would be, using the word empowered again, to go after their own dreams if you have been putting yourself last? And so I would always say, like, to my students, like, stop using your kids as an excuse for not going after your dream. Just go for it. Don't say, oh, my kids is at a certain age, I can't do it right now. Oh, then my kids are now at school, she needs more of my time. Oh, my kids is now PSLE. You'll always find excuse for not doing what you want to do because of fear, but do not use your kids as an excuse.
So true. Yeah, this is something we all go through also, right? But again, as I just said, you are giving them the time, that quality time is being spent. Doesn't mean you have to do all your time, right? And all your time with the kids. And that's what I think, yes, you said, we really have to come out of that mindset that we have, that has been passed down to us, right? With your kids. It's not easy. It takes a little time.
That's why it's not easy. It has to be repeated, it has to be told. We have to kind of like realize it ourselves that it's not helping the next generation if you just coddle them. Especially, being in Singapore where everything is so safe. I feel like sometimes we kind of have to let them do their own thing, and to do that is just really to just let go.
And you know what? I think that when the children look at you following your dreams, that is the way you're inspiring them as well.
Exactly. They don't they don't listen to us, but they watch us.
Michelle, you also mentioned, that you are doing a lot of work on personal branding, right? That's what you are teaching women who come to your academy to build their brands. So could you share maybe some tips with us on really something which is doable for women who are busy, multitasking, managing their own businesses? It gets overwhelming at times. Because you have to do, as a small business, you've got to do everything on your own.
Yeah, I think us, especially women entrepreneur, we want to take on everything, right? We don't not want to ask for help, and we think that we can do it. And what ended up happening is that we take on too much, and you're not really helping the business by doing everything in your business. So number one thing I would say for a business to grow is to stop doing the functional thing in your business and just step into the vital roles that only you can do, right? So the functional thing involve like the delivery of the products, the logistics, I got an order, let me just go and pack it, customer service. Those are things that you can delegate to other people, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be done by you, but what are some of the things that other people can't do? It's your business, is stepping out as a personal brand, creating the value, mission, what you believe in, building yourself up, because you yourself as the founder of your business is an asset in itself, and you hiding in the back room packing things is not really helping your business, even though you feel like, oh, but then that saves me money from not hiring someone else doing it because I'm doing it myself. In the long run, it's actually hurting you. You can never grow by just doing the functional thing in your business and refuse to step out and be visible, right? I mean, in this day and age, it's really easy to start a business, I would say, right? I mean, if you want to start a digital business, every time you replicate your product, there's no more cost, right? And even if you want to sell a physical product, it's so easy to go to Taobao or Alibaba and find the products. Everyone could do it. But the vital role that an entrepreneur need to spend time on these days is three things. They need to create attention for your business. You need to create engagement so that people want to engage with you, so that you can create that like and trust factor. And then finally, get people to take action, which is either opting into your email list or buying your product. Those are the three things that an entrepreneur really needs to know in this day and age. It's no longer enough to say, I have the best product and therefore people will come to me. Because so many good products could be replicated, copycats just pop up so easily. Manufacturing is not the key anymore, right? You need to learn how to market and sell your product. And only the founder, the founder of the business, that you have a vision and what's the message of that product that you're selling.
We know that women-led businesses bring in a lot of innovation, creativity, a higher level of performance, and productivity. But many of these businesses fall through the crack.
People think that, because we're small, therefore we do not have the access to the visibility or the funds and all that. But to me, I think we're in the era where we are building a small global business. The world is interconnected more than ever, so yes, while we may not have the access to some of the infrastructure and all that, but that doesn't mean you are lesser off. I like to think of it that way. I'm forever like a positive person. So to me, it's like, hey, there's so many, let's focus on what we have instead, right? We have access to social media. We have access to create our own videos and marketing our own products, which we did not have before. Like back in those days, you need to be on TV and radio and all that to pay huge sum of money to market your business. But this day and age, you can do it for free. YouTube, Instagram, and all that is free. And why aren't we use this to market your own business? And if you're not doing it already, you are basically leaving money on the table, right? So, and also when you grow your personal brand, and these other bigger brands would want to partner with you. And that's how I grew my social media presence and authority as well, is because the bigger brands would want the smaller brands to partner with them, because the bigger brands usually have a higher connection and higher engagement from their users, right? Whereas the bigger brands, people see it as a company, It's not a person behind the company, right? So all we need to do right now in order to sell is all about human connection. People don't buy from businesses, people buy from people. So you need to step up. While I think a lot of women are social media shy. It's like, I am, a lot of women, my students would tell me that, but I'm shy, I'm not into self-promotion. You're not self-promoting. People don't care about you. As soon as we remember that, people don't really care about you. People just care what you can do for them. So showcase what you can do for them. So sorry, I think I've gone on a tangent here, but go back to your own business. Go back to your question. Is that I think we just need to like elevate our personal brand, elevate your branding, and once you have that connection with your audience, you can always partner with a bigger brand so that you can tap into the resources and the access that they have.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I really loved this conversation. But to conclude, what is one thing that you would like to say to all?
I would say that if you really want to do something, if there's something that you want to achieve, never ever let fear hold you back. Most of the time, the fear comes from other people's judgment, right? What would other people think of me? So once we let go of that, I think women is unstoppable. You've already got, we are creative, we're nurturing, and in this day and age, it's an advantage because people connect to people and we have that empathy towards our target customers, right? We are great storytellers, so use that to your advantage. We don't need to try to be like a man because we have our own uniqueness, and I think that's a plus. And what is stopping us is just that fear of other people's judgment. And once you let go of that, you're unstoppable.
You are unstoppable. Women have a lot of power, a lot of strength. Be unstoppable. Just go out.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Michelle. That was a very insightful, lively, happy, positive conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taruna. Happy to share.